How about now? I hope it's going out. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I haven't been using OBS for a while because this is it is supposed to be a short summer, but it ended up being a long summer. All right, great. Thank you for the feedback. So the miss was that I asked you guys to give me feedback whether you can hear me, but the fact is that you cannot even hear the questions, so it was like really quiet on the chat. Okay, good. Now I see you. Good. All right, so welcome to Introduction to Computer Networks. Let me go back to the slide number 1. Oh, excuse the flipping of the slides. Okay, good. All right, so this is Introduction to Computer Networks. There's another bug that I discovered just before the lecture today, which is the admin slide. I suspect that some of you might went to the lecture hall, EE2 101. Sorry about that. If you come back to watch the videos after missing the lecture. So there you go. If you missed this, or if your friends missed this, okay, the opening lecture, it's gonna be on YouTube. Okay, so all they need to do is just Google Polly Huang on YouTube. You guys should be able to recap, okay, what they are missing, what you are missing. So this is an introduction to computer networks. We're gonna go fully online this semester. Okay, so I'm not gonna do the 3 weeks online, and the rest of the weeks we don't know. Maybe physical, maybe falling back online, and then maybe physical. Okay. You see, recently, things are a little bit, unpredictable. Okay, I guess this semester is particularly challenging for you guys because you guys all need to figure out exactly for what course, where it's gonna happen the first week, maybe the rest of the weeks. So things are just too complicated. Okay. Similarly, for me, for the professors. Okay, things are also complicated. Now, all I'm trying to do is let's just do everything online so that there's no complication for the rest of the semester. So you have the peace of mind. I also have the peace of mind, because otherwise we're gonna announce that hey, the next week we go physical, and then maybe 2 weeks later we go virtual. Okay, so let's just keep things simple. Introduction to Computer Network Poly session is going to be fully online. And the vital information, just to make sure that you're tuning into the right channel. This is hosted by Polly Huang Baoyi. The class number and the serial number. So there are a number of different course IDs. So key differences of this session to the other Introduction to Computer Network is that this is an English session, so there's an E here. Okay, all right, and it's 3-unit course. Okay, it's also a very special course sponsored partly by NTU as well as Ministry of Education. This is aiming to promote internationalization. So that's to include promoting the domestic students to interact more with the international students or interact with each other, okay, in a different natural language interface, English. This is also to make it comfortable for the international students to attend. Okay, so here, one key point here in the course design is to promote interaction. Okay, and that is not just interaction between you and me, but also between you guys. So later you will see that you guys might want to form a team towards working on the quizzes. So these quizzes, as I have designed throughout the semester, okay, are a little bit open for most of them. But some of them might be a little bit straightforward, just to confirm that you pick up the terminology, you pick up the basic concept, pick up the basic math. Okay, but many of them are a little bit open. Okay, so you'll be asked to be a little bit creative. Asked to be a little bit, tracing what went wrong and what might be the right direction towards solving a problem. Okay, Okay. Now, in order to do that, you might want to form a team. Okay. But I understand some of you might prefer to work alone. Yeah, I know some of you are probably loners. If you prefer to work alone, it is okay, because independent problem solving, hey, that is probably even more challenging than team problem solving. Okay, so either way is fine, but key point here. We do have some open problems in forms of quizzes. Of course, it might show up in the exam questions as well, okay, in this course. And lastly, but not the least, in this course, there's no stupid question, there's no stupid opinions. Okay, all of you are different, such as professors are all different. Okay, so I am the kind of professor prefer that things that go for real. Okay, instead of talking vaguely, instead of saying nice things about everything and not showing the negative sides. I prefer let's go for the nature. If there's nice things about a certain solution, we talk about it. If there's certain disadvantages, taking a solution, we also talk about it. Okay. Similarly, hey, I know you guys are probably not used to having a course like this. Poly is ready to take criticisms. Okay. I find all these opinions and comments ended up useful. Okay. Later on in the lectures, communicating what I want to teach. All right, so let's tolerate our differences. Okay, let's be free to voice our opinions. Okay, even though it's a little bit offensive, I think Polly can handle that by now. Okay, but hey, you guys. Okay, also be a little bit more mentally prepared to take criticisms. Okay. Oh. But you see, the resources are constrained. So the main constraint resource is Poly. Okay, so this is a course in English. It's not that easy to get the TA who's fluent, who will be able to interact back to you. Okay, in English. Another element that complicates things is the programming language we'll be using. So the natural language we're using to interact in this course as well as programming language, both are a little bit unusual. So the programming language we'll be using is Golang. It's a programming language that's fairly new, but it's being used a lot in the industry. Okay, many of these internet services that we're using are actually implemented in Go already. Okay. Not entirely, but definitely most of the core components in Go. And Go, this programming language, as I mentioned, by many of us, we refer to it as Golang. Just to separate, to distinguish when I'm saying go, you guys go. Go have lunch versus Go, the programming language. So later on, I'll just use Golang more often to avoid confusion. And the course is 100% online. All the lectures and quizzes are going to be on YouTube, as you're experiencing now. The quizzes and Q&A, of course, there'll be some time in the lecture that we talk about the quizzes, and some of you guys might provide solutions to these quizzes live right there. Then we'll go over these, okay, as the lecture progresses. Now, for those who could not attend live sessions, who prefer to just review the videos, can always tune into Slack. Okay, that's a discussion platform, a little bit like PT, a little bit like Dcard. Okay, it also allows us to communicate. So I can establish channels. So later on you will see. Okay, in fact, tomorrow you will definitely need to work on a quiz on Slack as we go on in live lectures. So you guys will get a rough idea by the end of the first week, so that you can decide whether you stay or go find another course. Okay, so quizzes and QAs mainly on Slack. So your solutions will go there for sure, so that I can grade, and in case that you are not contributing live. Exams is also going to be online. It's going to be in Google form. And you guys are only given a limited amount of time to work on. It's open book, open internet. Okay, so the design of the exam is such that it's very long, so you guys don't have time to talk to each other, to communicate with each other, because all those time, okay, might take away points you could have earned if you work along or prepared a little bit more before the exam. Right, so everything online. Okay. I would try to make the online teaching a little more interactive this semester. I do find that many of the students having fun with the quizzes, and they will wish to be able to interact with me more or interact with the rest of the class more. So I will try to introduce Google Meet or Zoom so that you guys can, call in. You can call in. So I'll be more like a podcast channel, okay, where you guys can call in. But I know YouTube Live, there's a certain delay. So when you guys call in, there might be some technical issues I'm yet to sort out. So we'll see. Maybe in the middle of the semester, we'll start trying to do call-in quiz solving. Excuse me. And in this course, it's an English course, and you are already hearing me talking English. In fact, you guys, it's better that you also communicate in English. So lectures in English, homeworks, as you type up quiz solutions, submit programming assignments. Well, programming assignments are in Golang, so it's, by nature, partially English. Okay. Exams, definitely English. In-class, off-class interaction with poly needs to be in English. But one slight exception. Okay, I know that some of you might have trouble really talk live spontaneously in English. It's okay. So if you couldn't find the right vocabulary for the things you want to describe, it's okay to fall back to Mandarin. But the class somehow or poly will need to translate that for you. Okay, so we'll try to do that. And then, so make sure, especially during the exam, the English that you type up needs to be comprehensible. Okay, we care less about being grammatically correct. What we ask is that you type things up so that it's easy for others to understand. Okay, so the tip is here: keep your words, sentences simple. You don't need to sound sophisticated, or you don't need to write, okay, like a novelist. Okay, so keep your word sentences simple and get to the point. Okay, it'll be great. Okay, if you just tell the solution right away. Echo. Okay, so some of you might be here finding out how you add to the course. I do need to keep the course size small because this semester I was not able to identify an TA to help me with the course. So I'm trying to keep it strictly below 40, hopefully fall in the range of the low 30s. Okay, that way I can keep, a rich interaction between all of you. Right? So how to add the course? It's first come, first serve by email. Okay. Sorry, I don't go by the backup list from the course registration system, because the course registration system, there's a certain priority going on there, and I'm not quite sure exactly what are the rules there. Because my way of selecting students is that I do not judge and I do not have bias towards your year, your department, your background, your gender, your everything. Okay, so there's no bias towards anything, but bias towards to how aggressive you are looking forward to taking the course. Okay, so those who are more aggressive, send me emails already. I would usually reply as soon as I can, saying that you are maybe the 10th in line or the 15th in line. As soon as there's vacancy, will fill you in. Okay, so the key here is that you send me email if you're still looking to add, and follow the course for maybe the first couple weeks. The plan is to distribute the add code at the end of the second week, which is the next Thursday. So by then, by 5 p.m. next Thursday, you will know that whether you get in. Okay. Now, those who got in will receive also the echo. And the way you will receive the echo is that I actually print my add sheet and post it on Slack. So I'll add your email address, NTU email address, and your name behind it. So then you copy the authorization code and use that to register. Okay, so I'm gonna post the add code with your name on it on the Slack channel. Oh yeah, so this is very important. Poly is really not nice, especially when it comes to giving grades. Okay, the reason that Poly cannot be nice is because if I'm nice to a particular student and giving credits for that he or she did not earn, then I'll be not nice to the rest of the class, you see? So grades is something that no matter how nice we are, we cannot, give them away randomly. Okay, we cannot give them away because you are failing the course and you need the credits to graduate. Okay, so just be careful. Okay, Poly. Okay, sorry. You guys probably can tell that I'm not mean, but I cannot be nice. Okay, and asking grades in a personal way, that will not be granted. Okay, so let me just say that I'm not going to be nice about giving grades ahead of time. And so the next few slides, I'm just going to flash real quick so you see I do fail students. Okay, and some of the students, they know that they did not do well because they are probably overly ambitious, taking too many courses within the semester. Okay, guys, be careful. Okay, especially this semester. It's gonna be chaotic, I know for sure, just like the previous semester and maybe also the 2 semesters ago. So in this pandemic, things are gonna be unpredictable. You want to give yourself more time so that you can be more flexible, right? So that you don't fail a course that you really like. Okay, because usually failing is like, the time you invested maybe partially is still wasted. Okay, so why do that if you can focus on a course, give it enough time, and learn the things that you want to learn? Okay, so manage your time. Think about it. All right. So this is one of the very early one of the very first time that I teach the course. You see that, hey, I do have some students in the 50s. Later on, students in the 30s. You see, again and again, I do fail students. And you can probably also see that, hey, these students over here, they are not attending lectures. All right, similarly, students, those who manage to attend and work on the assignments, there's a normal distribution roughly here, but there will always be students falling behind. Okay, the pattern kind of repeats themselves. There you go. And gradually, you see this 2-peak distribution showing. Okay, so these are still students passing the courses. You see in the 60s, they are still passing, but you see that there's this 2-peak thing showing. Okay, this class is very small, and back to normal this semester. Okay, and this semester again a little bit 2-peak. So usually whether it's a pretty normal versus 2-peak, it depends on the size of the course and depends on also the composition of domestic and international students as well. All right. So that was a flashback of the grade distributions. So the things that are going to be quite different for you is the programming assignment. We do Sake programming assignment. For a computer network course, the first programming assignments you run into are definitely doing Sake programming. We used to do C++ based Sake programming on Unix. I think since last spring, that was 1.5 years ago, I started using Golang, given that the industry demand is more Golang programmer. So the programming language might be brand new for many of you guys. Okay, so it might be a little bit challenging. The quiz sets, many of you guys probably never had experience taking a course like this. So in between the lecturing, there'll be quizzes popping up. And I'm just gonna say, hey, here's an open problem. You guys, find your teammates, okay, discuss and think, okay, and tell us what you think the best you come up with. Okay, so the quizzes are related to the stuff we are teaching, maybe also related to the stuff we will be teaching next. Okay, so sometimes the quizzes are there to prepare you for the subject we'll be talking about. Okay. Interaction helps. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys' responses on Slack as well, and I'll go over them so you guys can see. Given the same open problem, how come other people come up with the solution that way and you guys come up with the solution a different way? Okay, that can be quite inspiring for you guys. A lot of times you probably get you get bored more listening to what the professor says the solution is this. Okay. But when you see other students without thinking much or thinking a little bit more, for an open question that you don't know if there's like a sure answer yet, people can come up with different things, and that inspire you to think that maybe if I think a little bit differently, this way, that way, you come up with something similar, which is surprisingly amusing. All right, so interaction helps. That I learned actually as I was teaching these courses and changing the format. Exams online. Definitely try the online exams yourself, so that there are some old exams available. Try them out, because it's gonna be quite stressful and probably a lot more stressful than the usual exam form. Okay, but I think this is the necessary that so for a course that's fully online, an exam in this form is necessary. I am guessing that in the future you might run into exams like this, slightly differently, but still totally online. Okay? And again, because the course is open internet, you can do it anywhere in the world. So I make the exam super long so that you won't have time to finish them all. It will be frustrating. But think again, you don't need to be frustrated, because all the students in the class are probably just as frustrated as you are. Okay, as long as the conditions are held the same, it's fair. Okay, and we'll be grading you guys on a curve. Okay, so you are compared to each other relatively. Okay, so yeah, the final grades, the exam grades might sound a little bit low, but how it contributes to your semester grade is actually proportional. Okay, based on your overall performance to the rest of the class. All right, so please bear with us with this format. Okay, so your participation will be online, so you won't be seeing your classmates. Okay, they'll be sitting next to you, but you want to still somehow maintain interaction with them. Okay, so add the line account. Okay, so that you could have group chat when there's a quiz popping up. Okay. Now, so online participation could be a little bit challenging another way, which is what I'm doing now. So YouTube Live, in case my office network is not that stable, every now and then there might be glitches or even outages. And earlier, we were trying to troubleshoot the audio. So if there's anything looking weird, sounding weird, please do type things up on the YouTube channel. Okay, I know that this channel is the last resort. Okay, so this guy here. It is the most reliable channel for communication here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Good. Oopsie. And but even though the lectures are given as videos, and the whole lecture is going to be recorded as a long 50 minutes video. By the way, I need to track the lecture time as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we have probably just 20 minutes left. I might need to speed up a little bit more. Okay. So in addition to this live lecture recording, I have all the lecturing in short videos as well. Okay, they are also online. So that is for you to just, go to the video units and quickly review the technical content. Okay, instead of listening to Polly chit-chatting. And sometimes when we're working on the quizzes, we talk about random things as well. Okay, so if you are working on preparing the exams, definitely go to these short video units. But I guess when you're preparing exams, you might want to also listen to the quiz discussions. Okay, so Polly might get inspired by your solutions and then giving exam questions related to that. Okay. All right, so these short videos will be for you to catch up easier. Okay, so I do have 2 slides to try to convince you that why we go with Golang. And this is these are the list of programming languages you see here that are popular. C#, C, C++. So hey, don't be surprised. They are still popular. There are still tons of softwares out there implemented using these. Okay. More recently, we see these JavaScript, especially the web applications in JavaScript. There are still some Java programs. Pro, this is probably legacy, but scientists might still be using them. Okay. PHP, becoming legacy. Okay. Python, quite popular still. Okay. Bridging the interfaces to the core computation engine. Ruby, this is a very interesting programming language. I'm still trying to learn more about it. It's rising, but the user base is still a little bit small. Okay. And other languages I don't even know. All right. Go here. If you focus a little bit more, you see. Yeah, some of them are using them. And who are using Golang? Look sideways. Okay. Google.com using Golang. YouTube.com using Golang. I'm sorry, Golang right here. Facebook.com using Golang. Yahoo. Okay. As far as I know, I think there are more. Twitch is also using Golang. So many more websites, web services, internet services in general are using Golang. Okay. So definitely catching up with Java, PHP, Python. Pug, P-O-G-G-G. Yeah, Calvin, could you elaborate? Is that a game or is it a programming language? I didn't know about P-O-G-G-G. Tell me. P-O-G. Oh, okay, now I know. Yeah, sure. Oh. That'll be something very interesting to look into. Yeah, hey. Polly is someone who's, curious, super curious of new things. Yeah, definitely. I've heard about that, but never look into it. Okay. So Calvin, if you know, JVT, if you guys know, tell us more on Slack. Later, maybe today, you will see how to join the Slack channel. And by the way, this slide tells salary experience of programmers by the languages they are using for the job. Okay. And Go is right here. with not many years of experience and yet being paid relatively well. Okay. Yeah, I know you guys are probably looking here. I'm also looking here. Okay, but you see, anything above this line here is fair. I mean, if you are in that range, you are above average. Okay, but usually the longer years you've worked in the industry, you get paid more. Okay, but you can see that Go is actually tilted slightly higher. So this is the language definitely you want to pick up. Okay, no matter what. So hope using this course you get to pick up some about Golang. And before you can do socket programming, you might want to Google around on YouTube to find all these short videos teaching you, giving a crash course of Golang. Okay, I know there are excellent YouTube videos teaching you Golang in 15 minutes. Why take a course if you can learn it in 15 minutes? By the way, guys, the time has changed. Okay, it's speed learning time because we got too much information and too many new things to learn, such as POG. All right, so let's pick things up and learn things through this online form a little bit better. Okay, so taking this course, think of it as a way that you're forced to learn. Okay, because working for a credit or 2 or 3, I think you'll be more motivated to do this. And Golang, a third reason that I pick it is because it's entirely open source. Okay, so you can contribute to make Golang also more efficient, more programmer friendly. Okay, it is already very programmer friendly, very efficient. But there are some other functionalities that, for example, I wish they could do better. For example, garbage collection. But they are not maintaining that functionality anymore. So hey, if you are a student interested in studying or researching programming languages, definitely it will be a great topic to tackle. Okay, garbage collection for Golang. So, third reason, first of all, it's something new and rising. Second of all, hey, it's really good in terms of job perspective. And third, it's open source. If you contribute, everyone benefits. And these, okay, are the binary code for all these important places you want to know to get the content for this course. The one on the left, okay, this is for the course page. The one in the middle, this is go to Pollys YouTube channel so that you can find the lecture video and all these short videos that give you, for example, what is internet, okay, in 5 minutes. Okay, what is the core of it in 3 minutes? What is the edge of it in 2 minutes? Okay, things like that. And then the Slack, the discussion board. So it's something like a PTT or a D card, a group, so that we could openly share things, ask questions, and Polly can go up there and answer questions. Okay. So I'll give you some time so that you could find the little, bookmark various sites. Let me give you 1 more minute. So while you are, So excuse the slide box here, because I'm using a very cheap second monitor there to show the slides. And that interface is not working very well. If I switch out and back, the rendering, okay, of that particular display does not show very well. Okay. Well then, hey, there goes my time trying to look up POG a little bit more. So let's come back and use the rest of the time to begin the admin. So all those are just heads up, explaining the format and justifying why we are going all online this semester. Well, Okay, let me change my mind. Instead of going straight and start with the class admin, let's leave these stuff to tomorrow. Okay, because there are 2 more 15 minutes coming in the morning, 10:20 to 12:10. So why don't I explain also why I think it will be a much better idea to run the course fully virtual this semester. Okay. So I actually do research in about internet, okay? And I particularly work on research in multimedia applications. So YouTube Live is definitely one of these multimedia services. Line, if you do it in audio mode, okay, having a line call with your friends, that's also multimedia service. Okay, so what we find already in our previous research is this: we all hope, right? The network, the internet is running really smooth. We have plenty of bandwidth, so that we can send video streams or audio streams steadily like this. And if we have more bandwidth, we get to send in higher resolution. Okay. If we don't have that much bandwidth, then we send in lower resolution. So that video stream or audio stream is going to use less amount of bits per second to send. Okay. So when network is stable, we prefer high resolution over low resolution video audio. But the fact is, okay, internet is a moving target. The reason that it's dynamic, okay, changing all the time, is because we are using it, okay, in a dynamic way. So for example, this hour, you tune into this YouTube live channel from home, from a lecture hall, from CK. Excuse me, how do I join the Slack? Oh, that's a very good question. I'm gonna come to you, 边境, okay? Let me just finish the continuous stable audio video stream. Okay, if it's continuous, high resolution prefer over lower resolution, and that's straightforward. You don't need to be a scientist, you don't need to be poly, you know. Okay, but when the internet is changing, okay, when you're using it and many other also rushing, then you don't get that much bandwidth, okay, that many bits per second on the internet to send your audio video stream. So you suddenly get lower quality video, lower quality audio. Okay, if these guys, okay, crashing in leave, then resolution come back to normal. In a continuous stream, you could have bandwidth ramping down and up and down and up like this. It turned out an audio or video stream that goes like this in quality is not necessarily better than low quality but stable, because if it's low quality stable, once you adapt to it, the cognitive load is light. Unlike this, you are adapting all the time. It actually takes you more effort in brain power to try to pick things up. All right, so let's do it in stable, low quality throughout the semester. And then we come to Bianjing's question. I guess once you use this binary code to go to the Slack side, you see that the Slack is asking you logging in. Okay, so what you can do is to use your NTU email address. Okay, and you choose to log in using email. Okay, and you give it your NTU email address. Slack is gonna send you a six-digit code, okay, and you can use that 6-digit code. Oh, that 6-digit code is gonna go to your NTU email address, the one that you gave them. All right, they're gonna send you the 6-digit code, and you use that to log in, and there you join the group. Let me see if I can show the screen. I can probably do that, but I'm not quite sure if it's gonna show real nicely. So give me a second. Maybe I can demonstrate something real quick by Yeah, so what you are seeing here is my screen. Okay, so what I can do is oh, but I'm already in my Slack. Let's see. Can I log out? Maybe not. Okay, give me a second. So if I do this, maybe it would look better. Yeah, I think this you guys should look like what you see is the course page. So you can actually access Slack from the discussion link right here. Yeah, so because I'm already logged in, so let's see if I can. Oh, by the way, oh, some of you have already figured it out. Yeah, very good. So you guys, did you guys see these? Yes, you probably see yourself here. So if you are already in the Slack channel, that means you guys are already in. Yeah, I see many of you already. The rest of you, I think the way I just described, go to follow the binary code link and then ask to log in by email. Ask to log in by email, and then they will send you the code through the email you give them, and use that 6-digit code. Then you can go on the Slack group. Okay. Any other questions? So there are only 7 minutes left. So if you have any questions, so why don't you guys use the time to try to see if you can join the Slack group. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to type them up on the YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, 10:20, and talk about the amines. Oopsie. Now you see the quiz number 1. I actually meant to do this. Yeah, the class amine. Now, if you don't have questions and you have already joined the Slack channel, then hey, you're free to go. And so the Slack channel, so this is the Q&A mode. In case we're working on channels, you're gonna see the screen arrangement looking like this. Okay. So you see here, I would, you guys can actually call in from Google Meet. And those who are a little bit shyer would like to just type a solution up on the Slack, you can also just do this. So you might see the general channel already. So why don't would a min slide be updated on? You know what, Bo-zhi, that's a great question. I did discover that the admin slides was outdated. I just uploaded it. Could you try to reload and see if the slide is updated? No, you don't have to create an account using the NTU email. You kind of just log in this authorization code way. You definitely give. So there's no password. That's what I was trying to say, Bianjing. So you can actually log into Slack without needing to set password. You just give them the email address, and then they send the. It's a little bit like the two-phase authorization system. Okay, you give them the email or the username. Instead of typing password, they just send you a code, and you use that code to confirm that it's indeed you trying to log in. Because password these days are not safe at all. But your email account is a little bit safer. So they send whatever the secret is to your email account, which only you have access to. And you use that code to log in. Oh, you don't have that option? Interesting. So that might be the issue for some of you guys. You know what? Let me log out. Okay, so you guys can see my Google Chrome window here, so you can see the process as well. So why don't I log out, sign out? Okay, so this is the login screen, right? So you sign in with Google or sign in with Apple, or sign in. Oh, I see. Okay, let me try. If I don't input password, whether that would work. Okay, I just do this without password. Oh, it doesn't take. In that case, why don't we just go to Slack generally? It is on the right corner if you are using computer. Okay, let's see. Yuting, create an account? No. I think let me just try to go to the Slack site in general. Sign in like this. There. Okay, so it looks like if you follow the binary code to go to Slack, you are asked to do password. Okay, if you go to the Slack website, the front page, and use the regular sign in like this, then they take you to the sign to Slack page. In this case, you see here, they did not ask you for the password. How come? Interesting. Yeah, here they prompt you for the 6-digit authorization code. So in order to get these, I need to go to my email account to find out what the 6-digit code. Yeah, there you go. Good. Yeah, Yuting Huang, bonus points for you. Okay, great. I don't know why, right? In certain signing page, they ask for password, but in certain other signing page, they did not ask you for password. Yeah, there are two different modes. Oh, really? Just click on create account? Interesting. Why don't I do that as well? Oh, there. Oh, if you click create account and give it the NTU email address, they are not prompting you, asking you for a password. Find the workspace. Yeah, so there are many options. Good, so you guys are all figuring things out and providing tips. Great, so hey, you see, some of you having trouble finding your way through, but others, finding their way through by randomly clicking things, and you just, share. Exactly. Having more people, better. Seeing different perspectives, okay? And seeing more different directions towards a problem. I know for sure that it gives you a higher possibility of solving the problem. Okay? So we should definitely be more tolerant to differences instead of trying to be very uniform all the time. All right, great. Okay, you know what? Time's up as well. Hope that you guys all find the places that you need to go. And yes, I think the site is updated already. Please see. Schedule in slides is still really. Okay. then definitely I need to look. So 博智, I would definitely, find out whether the slides are really fully updated. You don't receive, it's going to take some time. Okay. Border, 边境. Okay, it's going to take some time. So give it a wait. All right. Now, those who do have other courses to attend, definitely go. But I'll just stay around and make sure the admin sites are really updated properly. And good thing is that we have 34 views. That means those who are here who are looking to add, you might be okay. Chances high that some of the students managed to register course will drop. That's odd. How come? Well, this slide I'm looking at is updated. Let me see. Well, it is updated. Let me see the course website. Yeah, Yuxiang, thank you. Page 42. Slides. Course admin. Okay, so I need to update this. Let me do it right now. Okay, that's odd. Okay, let's see if this one works. 42. Slides, PDF. All right, problem fixed. Do I have to use my real name on Slack? You want to use your student name so that I can make sure. I mean, when you say things, contribute things, if I need to add points or check, it will be better that you use your original name. Mm-hmm. The dates page, yeah. Okay, so Yuxiang, Bo Hong. Yeah, I think the slides are now updated. Yeah, please use the real name so that it's easier for us to know who you are, to calculate grades, participations, and things like that. All right, good. So I see you tomorrow.